But before we do that, let's add the first folder here. Let's name it layouts, and inside this folder, so we'll have the file which is let's name it app.blade.php, and we need inside this file we need to add structure, so we will use bootstrap. So let's go to docs, and we can bring from here the structure. So we can copy this one and use it here. So we have the title. Let's change the title to Laravel 11 blog, and we can yield here the title of the page. Here we have links to bootstrap, and here we will add other things. We need also the font awesome. Let's look for it here. Font awesome CDN. And once done, so let's check. So here inside CDN.js file, we can find the first link, just copy, and let's paste it here. And I think we need to organize the code. Let's do that now. So let's organize the code here and also here. So now we have the font awesome. Let's add the content. So let's add a div here and give it a class container. And also we need to give it an ID. The ID will be up. So once we add Vue.js, so we will use the ID. And we need to include, or for now, just yield the content. And what else we need? Let's give a class to the body. Let's give it visualize. And what else? We need navbar. So let's add here another file and call it navbar.blade.php. And let's find navbar here inside bootstrap. So let's look for the navbar. So here, and let's bring it. Where is it? So this one, paste it here. And for now we will only keep it as it is, and later we will update. Just for now keep it as it is, and here let's include the navbar. So it's inside the layouts dot navbar. Let's save, let's run server, but let's first add the home page, or let's change this one to the home page. So let's rename this one to home page and remove everything from here, and let's extend the app or the layouts dots up, and here add section title. Let's give it home, and later or next we need the section which is the content, and for now just add home page. So let's save and run server php artisan serve, enter, and now it's done. So let's copy the link and use it here. So let's use it here. Let's take a look. And as you can see, we have here navbar, as you can see, and the home page. So let's, before we move to the navbar, let's fetch and display all the, so let's fetch and display all the posts. So let's add here the div with the row margin top and the bottom of 5, and another div with a call empty 8, And another one, let's give it a card class padding 4. And let's add div with row, and let's loop through each post. So we have posts as post, and let's add another div with call md4 and margin bottom of 2, and another div with card, and let's give it the height to 100. And here we need, first one is the image, so we will use so we can use the asset and give it the post, or we can use directly the post image because we are using an external link. So here post image, and let's give it an alt, and alt will be the post title. And what else we need? Let's give it a class. Class is let's use card eimg top. And what else we have here? So you have the class. Let's move next. So let's give it, so we have the title, let's give it the alt, let's give it title en. And what else we have here? So we need to look for, so we need, let's save first just to see if everything is working or not before we move to the next fields, because the next fields will be different from the image. So let's refresh and see. So as you can see, we have here different images, but it's not working. So let's inspect and see why it's not working. So here is the, so I think this is the image link. So let's check the link if it is working or not. So let's see. So I think it's working. So why it's not showing here? So let's see why it's not showing. So it's not showing. So the problem is with this browser. So I am using the Brave browser. So I think that's the Brave browser block some things that makes the image not showing, but inside Chrome, so it's showing, as you can see. So we have, so I have the same thing as we have done before, and we have here some images that are showing and others that are not showing, but I think it's showing. So the problem is with this browser. So just the problem of the privacy, because this browser makes everything private. So let's do, or let's check for these ones why they are not showing. Let's inspect and see why they are not showing. So what is the link of this image? So let's move to the image and see. So as you can see, we have here 504 error. So I think that's something wrong with the server. But as you can see, it's working. Let's display 2 images. So I think 2 images, let's change this one to 6 and display 2 images per row is better than 3. So I think now it's better than 3. And I think now all the images are showing. So just sometimes there is something wrong with the, but I think we still have some, we have here 2 images that are not showing. Okay, so we will fix this later. So now we have the images. Let's move to the next field, which is the title. So here we have so the card. Let's add card body. And inside card body, let's add another div with the card title and font weight bold. And we need to look to check the session. So based on session, we will. So if the session, we can use it like this. Let's remove this one. We have a new directive from Laravel, which is the session. We can look for the lang that we have already. If the lang if we have the lang and but we can check. So I think we can check. So let's remove back. Let's move back to the if, and here we can use the session again and look for the k, which is the lang. So here, so the previous test we can check for the value, but here we can check for the value. If it is equal to en, which is English, then we will display the post title, which is the English one. So this one, the en. Else, if it is not equal to English, so let's change this one to else. So we will display the fr, which is the French. So let's change this one to fr. Let's save and take a look. So if we refresh now and see, as you can see, we have the fr. Because it's not English, we can change this one to FR to display the default one as English. So to display the content will be by default in English. And if the user change the language to French, then we will display the content in French. So let's check now and see. As you can see, we have the titles are in English. And later we will check if and later we will see if when the user changes the language to French, we will display French title. And we will do the same thing with the body. So let's add another div with card text. And here inside this div, we will check also here and display. So if the language is French, so we will display the body in French, but we need to limit the body to only 100 character, and we can use the str limit method, and we give it the body, and we specify that we want only to display 100 characters. And same thing for the English body. Just change this one to en, and we display 100 characters. And what else? Let's add another, or let's add footer. So here we have the body. Let's add another div and give it class card footer. And here we will display, let's display the link that will take us to show. I think we did not add show function, so I forgot this function and also the route. So we will add it now, just I forgot that. So let's add an icon which is fast far I, and the routes will be posts.show. We will add it now, and we give it the post, and here the class, not this one, so this one, the class will be, so the class here we can use beta n sm, beta n primary, and icon inside will be fast far I, and here we can also check for the language. So let's use the same thing here. So if the language is French, we will use voir. So view in English is voir in French. And here in English, we will use view. So it's same meaning. Voir is view in English. And now we have done. So let's save, but we did not, as I said, we did not add the route and also the function. So let's find here function, copy, paste. Let's name it show, and we will get the post. And let's use the post model. And once we have the post, we will return it. But we need also to first to check and return the next and the previous posts, because when the user move, for example, if I click in this post and view the post details, so I want to display the next and previous posts. And to do that, we can use or we can define here variable next, and we will use the post model to look for the post where the ID is greater. So let's change this one to greater than the post ID. So the post that we have here. So the post that we will get. So the next one will be the post that the ID is greater than the given post ID. And once we have it, so we will call the function order by. So we need to order by ID, and we guess first. So now we have the next post. We need to check for the previous post, and previous post is the opposite. So let's just bring symbol from here and use it here. So here the opposite, and the difference will be here inside order by. So here we will change it to desk. So here we will order by ID, but we don't specify the type of order, but here inside the previous one, so we need to specify that we are ordering using the descending order, and we get the first. And finally, we will return the view that we will add later, which will be inside the post show. And this view will take the post that we have found, which is this one. Let's remove here the S. And we need also to provide the previous and the next. So let's change this one to next and this one to previous. So let's change it to previous. Now we have the function. We need to add the route. So let's just copy this one and paste it here. And we need to find, as I said, or let's use here posts and here show. And we can use show method. And what is the route that we have used here? So it's posts.show. So let's use it here. So now we have defined the route. So let's refresh and see what we have here now. So as you can see, we have the title, the body, and the view, which is the route, which is the button that will take us to the route, or the link that will take us to the route that we have added. And I think we can change or we can change the footer, the BG of the footer to, where is it? So this one, we can change it to the white color. So BG white instead of BG light. And let's see what we have. So I think it's better. Once we click here, we view the post details. So now, as you can see, all the images are appearing. So we have I think we have 10 posts, so that's what we have defined for the paginating. So now let's move to the next. So we need to display the pagination links here down, and also we need to display the categories. So the categories needs to be displayed here with the tags. So let's do that now.